Hello, everyone. Welcome to Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanas. This is episode 181, season 8. Today's date is December 3rd, 2022, and thank you for joining me today. Today's episode, I will talk about my memories of unique Christmas decorations from the 1970s in Chicago. Also, I'll talk about singer Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac. She just passed away this week. I'll talk about my memories of listening to her on the radio and on record albums. Also, I'll talk about vintage Salerno Christmas Cookies. I did an episode last year at this time about Salerno jingles, but I'll go a little further than this topic. Okay, right now the program will go into a commercial break. This program is brought to you by McDade and Company, the Catalog House. And here's a Christmas commercial from 1982, and listen closely to the products that are being on sale while the commercial is playing. Okay, so sit back and enjoy, and I'll be right back. Thank you.
Make it a McDade's Christmas with the style and convenience of this 8-digit checkbook calculator by Royal. Yours now for just $17.97, complete with case, pen, and batteries. Kodak's disc cameras know when to flash. They even advance the disc film for you. You're ready to shoot again in 1 1/3 seconds. Kodak Disc 4000 camera outfit, an everyday low $44.67 at McDade's. This year, make it a McDade's Christmas.
Head to Whole Foods Market to jumpstart your January during our New Year boosting event with savings on feel-good favorites store-wide. Save on organic picks, wellness staples, and more all month long.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for McDade and Company, the Catalog House. Those items that were described during the commercial were a checkbook with a built-in calculator, and it comes with a battery. It looks like a calculator. I checked out the commercial on YouTube. Excuse me. Also, they had the Kodak disc camera on sale. They were very popular in the 1980s. Then the digital came, and I never owned this camera. Not a disc camera. Film, yes. Instamatic, Kodak Instamatic in the 70s. And then still had film cameras in the 80s, and then went into digital. Now, I don't own a camera, not a digital one. We take pictures of on our phones. How convenient. Okay. McDade was around in the 80s, very short, not very long, short time. I remember the commercials during the Christmas season. There was actor Jed Allen. You remember him from soap opera Santa Barbara. And also he played Ian Ziering's father on Beverly Hills 90210. He passed away a few years ago. Yeah, he was a nice man, and he was on probably every hour on the hour during the Christmas season in the early 80s, hawking these products. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. McDade, the one that was near my house was at 79th Street and South Cicero Avenue in Burbank, Illinois. I bought a watch there. I talked about that on a previous podcast episode. I bought my first gold watch. I still have it. Doesn't work, but I still have it. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I said I'm going to talk about the memories of unique Christmas decorations from the 70s. Also talk about the 1960s as well. Also, singer Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac, and also vintage Salerno Christmas Cookies. Before I get started, I want to talk something personal real quickly. This month, in November, it was Movember. That means No Shave November. This is for cancer awareness for men. If you had prostate cancer, testicular cancer, or any type of cancer, also for men's depression. And we grow beards or mustaches. And I grew a beard. I did it for 3 weeks. I didn't start in the beginning. So as of now, I still have it, but I'm going to shave it off today. I made a promise of that. And November 30th was the last day on Wednesday. So I decided to go for a couple days more. I will shave it off, like I said, today because tomorrow I'm going to church. My priest is leaving after about, I don't know, 20 years. So, yeah, he's been there a long time. And we're going to have a farewell luncheon. So after church, we'll attend that, me and my family, and we'll say goodbye to him. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, it'd be very nice. So I'll be there. And I'm going to miss the beard. I really do. A lot of people said I look nice in it, but, maybe I'll grow back again. Maybe next year, maybe earlier than that. We'll see. Okay. Oh, as for doctor's appointment, I will take a blood test this week, probably around Wednesday or Thursday, and then I will go see my urologist on the 13th of December. See what he says, because I have a spot on my rib due to the body scan. So hopefully it's not terrible. I hope not. I'm a little nervous and scared. So fingers crossed, and I will pray. Okay. Right now, I'm going to get started. I'll talk about Christine McVie first. She was the singer from the group Fleetwood Mac, and she passed away this past Wednesday on November 30th. She was 79 years old. She's a wonderful singer. I first started listening to her in the 70s when she was with Fleetwood Mac, and she had a wonderful voice, and the album Rumors was a huge seller in 1977. This came out about when I was in 8th grade, like in the spring. And she sang, she had a solo album. I'll get to that in a second, but I'll talk about my memories of the other album. The Rumors, that is. And she was the first song I heard. The first song I heard her voice was "Over My Head," and first I didn't like it at first, but now I grew attached to it, and I love the song. And she sounded beautiful. I don't know why. First I found it annoying, but I was wrong. And then I remember the kids at school bought the album. They were great. I never owned the album. I bought it on CD later in the 80s, and I still have it. And I could listen to that album, almost all the songs. They had classic songs like that, and like for example, "Dreams," and "Secondhand News," "Go Your Own Way." I think that's how it goes, like that. And "Over My Head" was in the other album, the one previously, with the song "Rihanna," that's sang by Stevie Nicks, and. Let's see what else. And then she made, like I said before, she made her solo album. And let's see. And it was also called Christine McVie. It was, but it was not her first solo album. It's this is self-titled. She made one previously in 1970. She did that, and let's see what else. It was called Christine Perfect, and that was her maiden name. And she was in another group called the Chicken Shack. That's kind of bizarre, like that. And let's see, with Fleetwood Mac. So let's see what else. The one "Over My Head" was that self-titled album with the group Fleetwood Mac. That came out in 1975. And then she was on Tusk. That came out in 1979. It wasn't a great album, but it was okay. Also, Mirage, and she sang that song "Hold Me." That was released in 1982. That was a cool song. Also, the last one was "Tango and the Knife," released in 1987. That was a great album. I love that, and great songs. So when she passed away, a lot of people were sad because she was wonderful. Stevie Nicks performed in the group. She said she was my best friend. And I think she took her death very hard. And she posted a handwritten letter on social media, and I read that. It was beautiful. It really was. So it's a shame. They're a great group, but there was like battles behind the scenes, and all that. And it's like most rock groups. So, my condolences to her family. Okay. Next up, I will talk about vintage Salerno Christmas cookies. Like I said in the beginning of the program, I talked about the Salerno jingles and the jingle cookies. A lot of people said, well, not a lot of people, but over the years on my Facebook page on Van Chicagoland, they mentioned about the jingles every Christmas. They're still made, but they're not the same in the old days. So, and that's true. So last time I had those were probably years ago. I never bought them, because I buy other kinds of cookies. But and repeatedly, people say it's not the same as before. It's the same thing with butter cookies. It's still on the market, but they're not made here. They're made elsewhere. And that's a shame. They're expensive now, like that. And let's see what else. So they made the almond crescent cookies. I don't know if they still make those. I haven't seen them. And they used to make gingerbread cookies. I remember that, and they were pretty good. I liked those. I posted an ad yesterday that I was going to talk about the vintage, the Salerno Christmas cookies. One was called Animal Frosted, I believe. I can't think of the other ones. Someone can help me with that. I'll look it up in a second while I'm talking. And I never had those. The jingles, they remember the green and white packaging of that. It was kind of cool of that. And it was just jingles. Now it's like anise flavor. That's what it was called. Here we go. So they were called the sugar jingles. They were the jingle cookies, and also the frosted animals. I don't know. And the festive treats. I don't know what they were. I remember seeing them, but I don't remember exactly what. I'm sure people older than me would remember that. And I guess frosted animals, maybe they were like animal crackers, shaped like animals, and they had sugar frosting on it, and also festive treats. So they sounded pretty good. Because I like iced oat. Salerno made iced oatmeal. They used to make those, and it was awesome. I love those. They were great. I love oatmeal cookies. Don't like oatmeal, like in the bowl. No thanks. So, people, Christmas time, people make homemade. That's better if you make them and you have children. You ask them to join you to bake cookies together, which is a lot of fun. Or if you had a grandmother that did that as well, that's a wonderful Christmas tradition. It's kind of cool. My mother makes Greek cookies. She still does to this day. And they're awesome. They're wonderful. Because my brother is coming here from California after 3 years. I haven't seen it because of COVID, and he was sick. And now finally he's going to come in 2 weeks. I hope he comes. Oh, I hope so. Because I miss him. And when he comes, my mom's going to start baking fiercely. That's just... Yeah, she'll do that. That's how she is. We love her for that. Okay, and let's see what else. So if you're in the mood to buy these, they're called Salerno Santa's Favorites, Anise flavor cookies. If you want to buy them, help yourself. And we'll see. I haven't been to the store yet, so I'll check out if they're on sale. I'm sure they are. They're at Jewel or Walmart or Target. I'm sure they're there. Okay. Let's see what else. Next up, I will talk about unique Christmas decorations from the 1970s. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is very unusual. I posted a photo of the color wheel that you place it in front of your aluminum Christmas tree. And this was on the market in the late 50s and early 60s, mostly the 60s. And what it does is you plug it in, and if you had an aluminum or white tree, or maybe pink, I don't know if pink will work, maybe, I don't know. And you would just, place it in front of the tree, and you turn it on, and then it's spinning all these colors like that. And it's kind of cool. I've seen videos on YouTube that the people have that. It's real nice, and people loved it. And they were on sale mostly at Polk Brothers when they were in business in Chicago. Also Sears, that's the one I posted on my Facebook page. And other companies, there was one called Peerless. They made that. So they were a hot item back then, really hot. Other people had wonderful memories of that colored wheel. Some people said it was too hot and it would burn. You would burn your hand, or you be careful, you might burn the tree. So I wouldn't leave it on when you're not home. That's not advisable. But it still looked kind of cool. I wanted to buy one, and I think they're still. I think they still sell them. Maybe Amazon has them. I saw one. They sell them in Vermont. They have those. So I doubt you will find them in a store. If you go to a store that sells Christmas decorations, I don't think so. I haven't seen it, but I'd like to buy one. That'd be kind of cool. But my Christmas tree is green. I just put it up yesterday. I put the lights and, the tree and the lights. I haven't put the ornaments yet. I'll do it Monday. And so it's a green tree. It would not work on a green tree. That's what I said. It would work on an aluminum tree or a white tree. Aluminum is the best. That would work, like that. And it's hilarious. I'm reading the comments from people, and it's they find it endearing. They find it strange, and they complained about it. They didn't like it. He said that their parents had it. Mostly their grandparents had this, And when my mother came from Greece, when she came to America about 60 years ago at this time, she stayed with my dad's aunt. And they had a Christmas tree. They had an aluminum tree. And they had the color wheel. And she remembered that. And she said she never saw that in her life. She found it bizarre. So I asked her about it when I was going to do the podcast episode. And she said, yeah. I remember it, it's kind of cool, kind of retro. Okay. Other Christmas decorations. Let's see. Right now, I'm going to play a commercial. This is for Christmas stencils with glass wax. This is like when you you put glass wax in a bowl, and then you take a sponge, then you place the stencil on the window, and then you rub the sponge on it, and then you peel it off, and then you have stencils. I don't see people doing that today. I don't think so, but it was a big hit in the late 50s and early 60s. So right now I'm going to play a commercial from the late 50s. It's Christmas stencils with glass wax, and it's kind of cool. So sit back and enjoy, everyone, and I'll be right back. Thank you.
Here's a wonderful new idea for Christmas fun. Now you can turn your home into a window wonderland with the magic of glass wax and a set of these easy-to-use cut-out stencils for glass wax. Why, it's so easy a child can do it. Just pour regular glass wax into a dish, dip in a sponge, and simply dab over one of the stencil designs. Put a jolly Santa like this on your windows in a matter of seconds. Or Christmas trees, wreaths, Santa and his reindeer. All the lovely signs of Christmas that will make your home a window wonderland. All through the magic of glass wax and a set of these cut-out stencils for glass wax. Buy your set of Christmas stencils wherever you buy regular glass wax. Beautiful holiday designs to help make a window wonderland at your home this Christmas.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Christmas stencils with glass wax. The man that is speaking in the commercial, that's George Fenneman. He was the announcer of the quiz show You Bet Your Life that started with Groucho Marx. They aired in the 50s, and then it was syndicated in the 70s called The Best of Groucho. Oh, I love that show. It's hilarious. I have the two volumes on DVD. I used to watch this show every night on Channel 32, late at night, about 10 o'clock, 10:30, in the 70s. It was hilarious. I love it. It's fun to watch. It really is. Groucho Marx is hilarious. And the game was fun too. Okay. So I don't see that type of decoration anymore. Not really. I don't know if they still sell it. I know glass wax is not available. They discontinued that product years ago. So maybe they use some other technique of doing that. Decorating your glass, for your windows. So during the commercial, it was Window Wonderland. And I haven't seen it in the houses. No. Okay. For decorations for your tree, there was also the can of snow. Do you remember that? I never used it. And it was in the 50s, I think in the 50s and the 60s, where you go to Walgreens or any store that had Christmas supplies, probably American Sales. You would take a can and you spray it all over your Christmas tree. And it looked kind of cool. It did. Probably messy. I don't know if it smelled. Maybe it did. I don't know. Because I never owned it. And so other decorations for your tree. This is kind of funny because I was searching on Google. And in the 70s, I remember when you had red and green cardboard chains, and you made it out of cardboard, and you would decorate it around the tree. I remember this in school. I remember seeing that. That looked kind of nice. And I don't think they do it now. Also, like knitted ornaments. Maybe people still do, but I haven't seen that lately. So knitted ornaments, and you like shapes of Santa Claus, Christmas stockings, lambs, maybe Jesus, maybe. You place it on your tree like that. And let's see what ornaments. Right now they're plastic because in the old days you had they were fragile, they were glass, they were gorgeous, but accidents happen. They might fall off the tree by themselves, or if you had a dog or a cat, they will knock them down and they will break on the floor, and you have to clean up this mess. And it's dangerous. You might cut a finger like that. My mother had those in the 60s, and I think we have one or two left of Christmas ornaments. We had our Christmas, we had that, but the thing is when we lived in the Ashburn neighborhood in the 70s, we had a big flood around 75 or something like that. And it flooded our basement, and Christmas decorations from my old neighborhood, like South Shore and Roseland, were damaged. And my mom had to throw them away. And she was heartbroken. It really was. It was terrible. We salvaged a few, but most of them, it was gone. So that's a shame. But now we have plastic ones, and a lot of people have given ornaments over the years. We place them on the Christmas tree. Greek ones, American, English ones, like that. Also, people used to put tinsel. You don't see that anymore. I don't really see that. They don't put tinsel, but it was big back then. 70s, 60s, 50s, like that. I remember in the Honeymooners episode where Ed Norton, played by Art Carney, used to throw the tinsel over his head and throw it over there. And Ralph Garman would yell at him. So they call it trimming the tree, like that. And let's see what else. So what else they put? some weird decorations. Food. In the old days, they used to string along popcorn, cranberries, candy canes. We never did that. Never. Asked my mom one day when I was little, can we put that stuff? She goes, no. In Greek, she said it was terrible. She had a point, I guess. But I don't know if people still do that. You know, they put the candy canes. Maybe they put plastic ones, which is fine. But I'm talking about real candy canes and like that. And, popcorn. I've never done that. I love popcorn, but not on a Christmas tree. So let's see what else. When it comes to buying a tree, some people love the real tree. They want the real deal. They want a fresh tree. I understand that. It smells. It's wonderful when you bring it in. And but we never owned we never owned a real tree. It's always artificial. It's easier that way. Now these days are getting hard to decorate. You have the pull up. You take it out of the box and it's already decorated. Boom! It's all set to go, and then you plug in the lights. I like decorating. When you trim it and decorate, you put the tree in the stand. Well, first you put your Christmas skirt, then you put the stand, then you put the trees together. Put the branches. Mine comes in 3 parts, and then decorate the lights. We put multicolored lights, and then you put the ornaments and whatever that's in the box. You decorate it. Then you put the star. We put the star on. We had a star, Christmas star, for years. We had I don't know, about 20 years, 30 years, and it died. Luckily, my mother had an extra one, so we put the new one there. Still nice, but that's a shame because it's beautiful. It's always that's the ultimate moment where you place the star on the Christmas tree and it's all set. Just like in Charlie Brown Christmas, And so, in the 70s, it was nice, Christmas decorations. Some are strange. The 60s were strange, or even earlier than that. Oh, my God, with the aluminum trees, pink, white. Some people like white, some people like green, Depends on traditions. Some people like a real tree, some like an artificial tree. I understand that. Sometimes you got to respect people's tastes, even though if you don't like them. I hate lying, but, you got to do what you got to do. Okay. So that'll be all for this episode. I'll do a quick recap of what I discussed. I talked about my memories of Christmas decorations from the 1970s or earlier, also vintage Salerno Christmas cookies, and also singer Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac, who passed away this week. Next episode, I will not do one tomorrow. I will be out. I'm going to church, and I will do one Tuesday, and I think I'll do my countdown. I did this last year of the best posts of 20. I did it for 2021. Now I'm going to do it for 2022. So I'll do a countdown of the most popular posts on Vanish Chicagoland on my Facebook page, starting with January, February, March. We'll see. I'll talk about other Christmas memories, because it's December and it's the holiday season and it's beautiful. My favorite. Okay. So this is Pete Costanas, your host of Vanish Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you again for joining me. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. And bye-bye from me. And here's Ray Rayner with a little traveling music saying bye-bye. Take care, everyone. So long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.